Rachel peeped through the thick leaves. Jilly Chilly was staring at the swimming pool with her goblin servant. "Yuck," she was saying. "This will look much better when it is crusted with ice." Her spiky hair was poking out from underneath a yellow party hat. It had a border of real flowers and was topped with shiny colored ribbons. She leaned over the pool and gazed at her reflection. "Soon I will have a crown instead of this silly thing," she boasted. "I do not need two hats." "Two hats," repeated Khadija. "That gives me an idea. Sarah, could you make a copy of your hat? Maybe we could swap it for the real one without Jilly Chilly noticing." Sarah's eyes shone and she nodded. "The magical craft fairies have taught me some amazing make and do spells." She closed her eyes and raised her wand. Golden fairy dust flowered out of the tip as she drew the shape of her hat in the air. Flowers and ribbons appeared exactly the same as the real hat. Gracie, Rachel, and Khadija gasped in amazement. "It is perfect," said Khadija. Gracie reached out and lifted the hat out of the air. "Now we have to get it on to Jilly Chilly's head." "I have got an idea," said Rachel. "The goblin said that Jilly Chilly is planning party games. Let us show her how to play them. While she is watching, one of us can try to swap the hats." "Great idea," said Sara, clapping her hands together. "We will be party planners." With a wave of her wand, she transformed them all. Each fairy was now wearing a white trouser with a gold badge, Palace Party Planner. Their hair was hidden under neat pillbox hats. They giggled as they looked at each other. "She will never recognize us," said Gracie. Rachel stepped out of her hiding place and walked up to Jilly Chilly. "We hear that you need some help with party games," she said. "Take a seat and let us show you some of our favorite." She winked at Sara, who magicked up a white and gold chair in front of a high hedge. "I suppose I can spare a few minutes," said Jilly Chilly in a haughty voice. She sat down and rested her wand in her lap. The goblins sat at her feet. Rachel and Sara and Khadija stepped forward. "This is musical bumps," said Rachel. "All you need is music. When the music stops, the last person to sit down is out." She waved her wand and party music began to play. The three fairies started to dance, twirl around dizzily. "Ouch!" cried Khadija as she tripped and fell over. Sara and Rachel bumped into each other. "I should have realized," said Sara in a low voice. "No party games will work while Jilly Chilly has my hat." Meanwhile, Gracie was pushing herself into the hedge behind Jilly Chilly. Balancing the fake party hat on her head, she reached out to take the real one. Then Jilly Chilly turned her head. Quick as a flash, Gracie put her arm back inside the hedge. Her heart was thumping. That was close. The music stopped and the fairy sat down. Jilly Chilly shook her head. "If I want to see fools falling on their bottoms, I can watch the goblins," she snapped. "Show me something else." "Okay," said Sarah, jumping up. "How about bobbing for apples?" She magicked up a huge tub filled with water and rosy apples. "Put your hand inside behind your back and pick up an apple with your teeth," Sarah explained. She leaned over and lost her balance. Splash! She fell face first into the water. Jilly Chilly cackled with laughter. "Funny, but not a good game," she sneered. Behind her, Gracie reached out again. She was almost touching the party hat, when Jilly Chilly stood up suddenly. "I have had enough of this," she said. "Get out of my way." She strode away miserably. Sarah waved her wand, and their disguises disappeared. Rachel put her head back and sighed. It had not worked. How was she going to save Nathan's party now? A group of colorful butterflies caught her eyes. They were fluttering around a purple bush. They reminded her of the adventure she and Trusty had shared with Cyan, the butterfly fairy. Then suddenly a wonderful idea flashed into her mind. She took the party hat from Gracie. "I have got a plan," she whispered. "Follow Jilly Chilly. I will not be long." She fluttered up to the butterflies. "Please wait," she called. "Do you remember me? My friend Trusty and I helped you once before." The butterflies looked and twirled around her head. They remembered. "This time I need your help," Rachel went on. She showed them a fake party hat and explained the problem. Eagerly, a colorful cloud of butterflies landed on the hat. Each of them held on as tightly as they could. Rachel let go, and the butterflies lifted the hat. "Perfect," said Rachel. Jilly Chilly was marching back towards the palace. She did not notice the butterflies that landed on her hat. She did not feel them clinging tightly to the real party hat. The rest of the butterflies were hovering above her head with the fake party hat. Rachel held her breath and crossed her fingers. Could the butterflies do it?